Yo, I have a good one for you guys today. A subscriber of mine showed me this channel called Ripped Kodiak. Let's just get right into it.
Hey, what up, guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak, your favorite Chad.
And he really believes that. At first I thought that his channel is a joke. It just has to be, but I looked at his channel and this guy is for real. He really believes that he's a so-called Chad.
It's here from Poland, like always, showing up, like always, this time in 2025. Happy New Year's, everyone. I was actually supposed to record a video yesterday, but I was sick. My voice is a little bit hoarse, it's a little bit cracky, but...
He's from Poland. I don't know if he's actually Polish. He's trying to talk differently. It's like a mixture of accents.
We're still doing it, no matter what. I literally feel like I'm going through some puberty, but this is going to be a little bit of a difficult video for me. But we're going to talk about the 5 unknown advantages of being an attractive person. Because I did make a lot of videos about the dark sides of being a handsome man, but...
He really believes that, yeah. I don't think that any man or girl has ever looked at him twice. As it is with Austin Wayne, for example, girls actually turn around just to look at him. The guys also do. Tell me if you see something else. I even asked my girlfriend, and she also said that he looks like an average guy. She said that if he's tall, then maybe he's slightly above average. To me, he just looks like an average guy, maybe slightly above average, maybe. And it looks like he really tried to get the best out of his looks. But still, I don't think that anybody on earth sees him as anything very special. You just don't walk past him and think, oh wow, you just walk past him. He just looks like any random guy.
This is going to be a little bit different, because there's also a lot of really good things and a lot of unknown benefits that come with being attractive. And I'm a man, so I'm assuming most of you guys who are watching me are men as well. I'm not sure if these points are going to be true for women, but they can be to some degree, okay? So let's roll with it. Alright, the very first pro that comes with being attractive, and this is often mentioned when it comes to the whole beauty privilege thing, and it's that people are actually very nice to you, especially women. With guys, I found it tends to be very polarized. They either like you from the beginning, they're like your biggest fans, or they're a complete opposite. They hate you for no reason, you know.
Naturally, obviously, if they find you attractive, they will treat you good. And if they don't find you attractive, you will be treated bad.
Especially if they can see that you can pull their chick, or if their chick is looking at you constantly. Oh my god. Guys, you're gonna go through some real hell. I can guarantee you that. But women actually...
Is he saying that girls look at him even when they are with their boyfriends? I just don't see it whatsoever. I just don't get it.
It's the same thing with this whole prison thing. I mean, right now we have this, what's the guy's name? His name is Luigi Mangione, I think. He's the criminal, right? And women are lusting for him, literally. He killed some guy, he assaulted some guy, but I mean, women are adoring this guy for a reason. I mean, even though a lot of these looksmaxxers guys, they gave him a pretty average rating, it doesn't matter at all. You know, if people are lusting for you, I think you're attractive, you know.
That's true. It only matters how women respond to you, not how men rate you. That's all that matters. If women like you, then you're attractive in their eyes.
No matter what kind of, calculators or these, apps say about you. Period. So,
he's right about that. Yeah, it doesn't matter what lines you follow. If women find you attractive, then you're just attractive. That's it.
I just wanted to throw that thing out the window. And so you actually get away with more things, especially regarding, breaking the law. Even, when the police pull you over, they're actually going to be a lot more kind to you. They're not going to give you as many penalties, as many fines. And it's for a reason, because attractive people are perceived very differently on the societal status scale. It's just like with being rich, I think, or with being wealthy. People just treat you in a different way, and that's the very...
That's so true. Of course, if you're rich, yeah, I suppose if you're driving a fancy car, you're less likely to be pulled over. Or if you go through border control, they're not gonna check you usually. that kind of stuff, but it doesn't really apply so much to the human being, obviously. If you're attractive, it's always going to be more of a benefit.
But you don't have to try as hard. It's almost like, it feels like it's a superpower. It's like a cheat code in the Matrix in so many ways. Women just lust for you. You know, you can go...
He should make a video walking outside like Austin Wayne did and see if women look at him at all. I don't think that anybody looks at him at all. Like not even a little bit, shortly, for a second. Let alone that they turn around and look at him with lustful eyes. I'm open to it. I would like to be proven wrong. I can't imagine it.
To any place on the planet, really. Thailand, Norway, Poland, America, Colombia, and women are just into you just because you look good. You know, if you add height as well on top of it, it's even better. But I absolutely agree that looks should be one of the very first things that you should focus on if you want to be more attractive. Because I know how it is, guys. I've been quite ugly myself, you know, looking back at things.
Wait, man, that makes no sense. You can't go from ugly to a Chad. It's impossible. If he actually means ugly. You can go from ugly to average, or maybe slightly above average if you do some kind of surgeries. You can't go from ugly to Chad. I've never seen one example of this. What is he even talking about? That just proves everything. That means that he is average or above average. You can't go from ugly to that. He just looksmaxxed as much as he possibly could, and that's why he believes that he's a Chad now all of a sudden. It's not how it works.
Before I started this whole journey, and it's a massive difference. It's not even close. So, like literally a couple of days ago, you know, at the New Year's Eve party, you know, I was dancing and doing some stuff, and bro, girls were just coming up to me all the time. You know, I was actually supposed to come with some chicks, but I was just spending some time with my family members, with my dad, with my parents actually, and my little sister, because we were, you know, I rarely see them. They came, you know, to my city straight from Norway, and I was like, you know, I got to spend time with them because I see them like once or like twice a year, literally. So, and women.
Oh, you can also see that he does the jaw exercises, the muscles. Yeah, he just tried everything possible.
Were coming up to me, you know, grabbing me. They were like, hey, come dance with us. It was crazy, guys, but this will happen to you. Most likely because you're attractive. And I know if I was an average looking guy, if I wasn't appealing at all, they wouldn't do that stuff.
This is another video he made on how to deal with jealousy.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. Your favorite Gigachad is here from...
Gigachad now. Oh my god, man. How can you take him seriously? It's just impossible. What Gigachad? What Chad?
Poland, coming to you from the beautiful weather of Eastern Europe today. It's so sunny, it's clear, we have no wind, it's magnificent. So, today we're going to talk about haters and criticism. And
also, his skin is bad. If somebody is really good looking, people overlook the skin. They kind of ignore it because they just see the bone structure for the most part, the eyes also, which obviously has to do with it. But still, you will look slightly better if you have a clearer skin, healthier skin. Maybe his diet is bad. Well, it has to be.
How to deal with this thing, because this is a major issue for most of you who are watching this. The fear of getting ridiculed, the fear of getting embarrassed online, the fear of getting hate, criticism, and people who are just talking shit about you, people who are bad-mouthing you all the time. And I used to be scared of it. I used to be so terrified of any type of hate, rejection, and negativity that actually stopped me. I was sabotaging myself. And I'm sure most of you can relate to this, and maybe you're in that exact situation like I was. So I'll give you 3 tips on how to deal with this, or like 3 major mindset shifts that you need to know on how to deal with haters, because this is a real thing, okay? So let's get on with it. Number 1, realize that hate never comes from above. Never. And I found it to be spot on in 99.9% of cases. And if ever,
That's true. It's what the Ukrainian girl talked about, who was actually pretty. We'll see what else he says.
Does come from above, it's a fantastic sign. It means you're actually about to surpass your competitors.
That's also a good point. That is true, yeah.
Who you are battling with, it's a great sign. But most of the time, hate will always come from below you, every single time. Like, let me give you guys a couple examples here. Like, let's think about cars, because I'm a big car guy. You never see a guy who drives like an amazing car, like let's say a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, McLaren, what have you, Bugatti. You never see a guy who drives that type of car who's going to hate on other people who drive bad cars, or the people who drive worse cars than him. Never going to happen. But the opposite is always going to be true.
Yeah, of course, because they already have the car that they want. Why would they look down on people who have a worse car? It's impossible because they already feel as if they achieved what they wanted. If somebody criticizes your looks, it will only be uglier people. It has to be. It's just naturally how it is. Nobody who is better looking than you will ever criticize your looks in any way at all. They will never talk about any of your body parts, your height, anything. No one who is taller than you is ever going to talk about your height. It's impossible. Only shorter guys will do. And nobody who has more beautiful eyes than you is going to talk badly about your eyes, and so on. It just cannot happen.
People who drive shitty cars like, Volkswagens, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily a Volkswagen, but cars that are clearly like not wealthy people type of cars. Like not baller type of cars. Very apparent. You see this all the time. It's never going to happen. Because the people who are at the top and people who are actually doing something with their lives, they're not going to bother with it. They're above it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's right about this. Absolutely. This is something important to understand, because if anybody ever tries to hate on you, so to speak, attack you in any way, then if it's in real life, of course, then you can know and see already that they are below you. But if it's online, and that's what a lot of people do today because they like to hide behind the screen, they would never dare to do it in real life, then of course it will always be people who are below you because it's jealousy, because 99% of hate is jealousy, especially of course when it comes to the topic of looks.
It's the same thing with like attractive people or beautiful girls. You never see handsome or attractive people that are going to hate on other attractive people. But the opposite is true. Unattractive people, ugly-ass motherfuckers, people who don't want to do anything with their goddamn lives, will hate on someone like you, who's handsome, attractive, or...
Well, it's also because people know that there isn't really that super much that you can change. And if they feel like they cannot ever achieve that level, especially if they are shorter, for example, they will of course hate on guys who are taller. What are they gonna do? Get leg lengthening surgery? Too risky, and even then you just have longer legs. You don't have an overall longer, taller body. It's still not the same, and it just pisses some people off. The only thing is that in real life you can deal with these problems very easily, whereas online, when there's no natural confrontation, it just kind of goes on because it never goes anywhere. There's just no point to it. Nobody benefits from any of it.
Who's doing something with his or her life every single time. Or if you're at the gym, for instance, you never see the biggest guys at the gym that are going to hate on other newbies. Never. But the reverse is true. So the point I'm getting here, guys, is that hate rarely comes from above. It always comes from the bottom. Understand that, because this will...
Yeah, I've never experienced that in my life. You just never see people who are doing better than you, who talk in any way badly about you, because they're living a better life. Why would they complain? Why would they be jealous of anybody? It's impossible. If you're worse looking than somebody, when it comes to looks again, seeing as that's the topic, you will talk about other people's looks because you're not doing good in life. You don't like seeing somebody who looks better than you. Not that that's necessarily the case. Obviously, if you eat raw meat and you're hormonally stable, so to speak, you're happy, that's a different story. But especially when you combine that with a garbage diet and you're biochemically messed up already, then that just adds even more to it, and that makes the jealousy even worse. That can just drive people nuts.
Like, switch your mind completely and understand that most people on this planet are total losers today. I'm not attacking average people. I'm not attacking people.
I gotta say, I like this video a lot better than the first one.
Who are working their jobs is not the thing. But the mentality of most people today It's so flawed, it's so fucked up. They don't want to do anything with their lives. And then when they see someone like you or I, who are trying to really better ourselves, we're really trying to make an impact on other people's lives, they will hate on us, because they're not us. I mean, Nas has this incredible saying on one of his songs: people fear what they can't understand and hate what they can't conquer. Excuse me, oh, I said it the wrong way. People fear what they don't understand and hate what they can't conquer. There we go. Spot on. Number 2, whenever somebody's like criticizing you or hating on you, take a look at their lives. Before you get pissed off, before you get, triggered, or before you have all this negativity inside your mind, because this is a real thing, we can get so pissed off that somebody's hating on us. But just like, take a deep breath, count to 3 seconds, be like, 1, 2, 3, relax, namaste. Look at the people who are hating on you, and take a look at their lives. Be very observant. Take a look at the results they're getting. Are they fit? Are they happy, fulfilled? Do they have money? Do they have the...
Well, they're not happy anyway. It just has to be like that, because if you're happy, you don't even look at other people's lives because you're so happy with your own life. So that's impossible. Nobody who is happy is ever gonna hate on you, be jealous of you. They won't in any way even talk about your life because they're not interested in other people's lives. A happy human being lives his own life. For example, if you have 10 children, are you gonna talk badly about some guy who only has 2, 3 children? No, because you're happy with your 10 children. Why would you? Because you're happy with your life. If you have no children, then of course you're gonna try to somehow hate on these 2, 3 children, or on the family, or try to say that having children is bad. Anything you can think of, because you're not happy with your life. Yeah. You can think of any examples. It's always going to be like that. Only the people who do worse than you, who look worse than you, who have worse lives, are going to be jealous of you.
You need to understand the difference between hate and constructive criticism. Very, very important, especially if you're doing your own thing. Maybe you have a YouTube channel like me. Maybe you have an Instagram account. Maybe you're running a business. Maybe you're trying to get a better job. You're trying to really progress in your career, or what have you. You're trying to get a better relationship. Really understand this concept here. Because hate and criticism are not the same things. Like, look up the definition of hate and criticism. It's not the same thing. Constructive criticism is very good, actually. I actually had this one guy on my channel, like literally a month ago. He was a guy from Switzerland. I think his name is Oliver. Shout out to you, man.
If you see constructive criticism as hate, then you're just insecure because you don't want to believe that you could be doing anything wrong, that you could improve in any way.
For helping me. I was, at the time I had roughly 300 something subscribers, I think. And he told me something that really made me think a lot. He said that your content is really good, but your thumbnails and your titles could be a lot better. You could get a lot more views if you fix that one thing. Most people will not be qualified. And so let's go. What is the difference between criticism and hate? Criticism, it can be valid. Or someone, let's say, comments on your video that you should fix your microphone. Maybe you should fix your lighting. Maybe your camera is too close.
Yeah, your skin doesn't look healthy. If you want constructive criticism, then start eating at the very least animal-based. Look into eating raw meat. Watch some of my videos. I don't think that he will ever see this video, but who the hell knows. If you would improve your skin health, you would look better.
Hate is only when they're really just attacking you. They're like attacking your looks. I mean, I get this all the time. Dude, I know I'm a handsome motherfucker. You don't have to tell me I'm ugly. I know you're just jealous.
No, you're for sure not ugly. I just don't think that you're very much above average. I don't think that you're very special. Whatever.
Okay? That's the thing. I mean, it's very easy to hate on someone like me. And this is not to like brag or show off, but I'm fucking 6'5". I'm a Cillian Murphy looking motherfucker. I mean...
Wait, isn't it... Cillian Murphy? Is that how you say his name? That's interesting because that's... I already said that once in a video, but that's one of the ugliest actors in Hollywood. He really is. His face looks super deformed. Maybe his mother was drinking a lot or smoking during pregnancy. I don't know what happened to his skull, but it's super strange and deformed. It's just interesting because it sounds like he sees him as good looking. He has some strange perceptions of what's good looking.
I have this YouTube channel. I'm probably going to buy my next Lambo in the next year or two. Bro, it's very easy to hate on someone like me. Very easy.
Yeah, if you're 6'5", which is like what, 1 meter 96, something close to 2 meters. Okay, yeah, then I could understand if some girls may look his way. Yeah, because of the height. If he was at an average height, I don't think that anybody would ever look his way.
So guys, remember, when people are hating on you, that's actually a very good sign. Very good thing. Don't get jealous.
Technically, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get triggered. Don't be pissed off that somebody's hating on you. But hate in general is just like when they're just talking shit about you. They don't really offer you like any type of guidance or things that you can improve on. They're just like talking shit about you. Because it's a reflection of them. It's a reflection of them. They're insecure most likely. They live in their mom's basement. I can actually...
Exactly. That's the best point he made. They simply reflect how they themselves feel. And the reason somebody would talk about his looks, which is what I think he's implying, that some people commented something about him, is just because they believe that it would affect him, because it would affect them. What I mean is, if somebody says that your hair looks stupid, which it doesn't in this case, but they would say that, then it would only be because they have some kind of problems with their own hair. That's why they focus on hair, and they believe that comments about hair would trigger him, because it would trigger them. So it's always a self-reflection, because like he said, some handsome tall guy is never going to go around and talk about people's hair, eyes, height, nose, ears, lips, whatever it is, because they are happy with all of that, the way they look like. So they will never talk about it because they're happy. And if they're insecure about something, then they will obsess over that specific thing. Women will talk about the chest of other women if they are insecure about their own chest. If they are happy with their own chest, they will never talk about the chest of other women. And so on. It's always like that. It's always a self-reflection.
To say this to you guys, most people that will hate on your channel or your account or what have you, I can always like categorize and imagine what type of person would hate on someone like me. They always have no profile picture, have 1 or 2 subscribers max, or 0 subscribers actually. They have some fake profile picture. They probably took it from the internet somewhere, whatever. And they're now criticizing you for wanting to become better.
The second video was actually pretty good. What he said was right. Except that I cannot see him as a Chad or as a Gigachad. He's tall, but facially, I just don't see it whatsoever. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you see something that I don't see. Maybe I'll pin a comment and you can rate him. I'm not really much into rating people. It's not that interesting to me, but in this case, seeing as he calls himself even a Gigachad, and I really don't think that he's joking, it would be interesting to hear from you what you would rate him. Otherwise, maybe it will be an interesting channel in the future. Some of the stuff he says is correct. I just don't think that he's really conscious of how he looks like. But we'll see what you have to say. Thanks for watching.